Hey, so what's up with it, YouTube? This is Rod D of Orange Ninja News. I'm back at it one more again, and today we got a bunch of different stories we're gonna come at it with. It's gonna be a real nice show today, as usual, and yeah, we're gonna talk about the game on here. We're gonna have all today's topics. Um, it's another rapper, Young Chop. We're gonna talk about Atlanta opening back up for business, and they kind of trying to get everything back crunk because the economy took such a bad hit, and businesses really needing to reopen so people go ahead and start getting their money back together, especially some of the smaller businesses, because the small businesses are the usually be the worst hit because it's a private business, and it's already hard for them to balance the books and keep the doors open. So you have something like this that just prolongs and goes on, that's like a death sentence for a lot of the small businesses. So it will be pretty good once everything start opening back up. Yeah, I had kind of chill, took a little bit of time off from a truck thing, and was doing the quarantine thing and slash time off. And yeah, so I'm back at it, back to did some long hours, get stuff done, and hey, back on the road again, my friend. Yeah, so as I said, we're just going to talk about Atlanta, and I guess that's what we'll start off with. We'll start off uh, with basically Georgia. The governor of Georgia, Kemp, said that we go ahead and start reopening up businesses, and they're going to get it to where people are starting to go back out as far as going to going to the fitness places, lifting weights and whatnot. They're going to the restaurants to start opening back up, the hair and nail salons, etc. But yeah, so basically just getting back to business. Basically, um, I don't know if this is a good move or a bad move, but it's kind of rough. I guess somebody had to be the testing center and the guinea pigs for the rest of the country, so everybody else could kind of look and say, if it doesn't go well, they'll be like, oh, let's just step back off of that. Let's don't open up a lot of stuff right now. Or if it goes really great, then other places that jump in be like, oh, okay, well, this what's up. And right now it's getting warmer, and I'm thinking maybe that was a part of it, because the warmth. Also, they say the warmth will kill the virus, help kill the virus too. So I'm thinking that's what he's banking on. I'm thinking he's banking on that warm weather to help him out. That'll also kill the virus. And yeah, so that's got to be part of the thinking. But of course, the schools won't be open yet. You know what I'm saying? And, sense in putting any school kids at risk. But a lot of other businesses and services, they'll be back open and booming. And it's still at a time where they still closing some of the meat packing plants, and especially the poultry and the poultry and also the pork plants. A lot of them was closing because they can't really do no social distancing. They are too close together at work. So yeah, a lot of those was still getting closed down because a lot of people keep catching cases. So yeah, it's kind of rough. Like I say, Georgia will be the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. Everybody be looking to see how that go. I'm originally from Georgia, so I'm praying for Georgia, and I'm hoping everything goes good. I definitely don't want it to go bad there. And man, yeah, this matter of fact, this is my second time doing this recording today. The first time some junkie race on me, I had no idea. But anyway, don't worry about my woes. Oh, Just makes my day longer when something goes wrong electronically. You know, like, oh, I already done had a rough day driving. Now my junk ain't even working right. My record ain't working right. Well, yeah, back on it. It's going smooth now. But yeah, so also, it was a thing where Trump was like, he said, I don't agree with Governor Kemp, and because he was saying he want to open stuff little by little, not just some big wide, hey, let's go get back at it type deal. You know, he was thinking there'd be some more, trickling into it, a little bit here, a little bit there type deal. He didn't see it just being, all together quickly with it. So yeah, this is gonna be wild, y'all. And we'll we'll see how that goes. Cause that'd be kind of like the uh, man, like I say, the canary in the coal mine. But I know a lot of people was ready to get back to work. The economy was hit real bad. Um, People got those stimulus checks, but you have to think that stimulus check ain't doing nothing because people need money weekly. You know what I'm saying? They're working at these jobs and they used to getting a weekly paycheck. So $1,500, that'd be good to help them out and help cover you know, for like half a month or something like that. But I mean, if that's all they're getting, yeah, they're gonna need a something weekly like how they have their weekly paycheck that they get. So yeah, man. And then I was looking at a news article that was talking about Africa, and it was saying over in Africa that the cases are going up, and they were saying something about it probably will have uh 300,000 deaths in Africa this year, and then like so many millions infected. And I don't know, with that news article there, to me, I'm like, it's warm in Africa, and if the heat helps kills the virus, I'm not seeing how that's possible. Um, they were saying because the whole health system there, was different, and they got a weaker health system than most countries and stuff like that. But yeah, even with that, man, I'm saying if you got the heat helping you out, I just think those are some pretty high numbers being thrown out. That's what That's all I'm saying. But yeah, um, what else we got going on? Oh, yeah, over in Chicago. Chicago's the only place where the murder rate is actually going up. Every place else, the murder rate's down. Um, Even with Miami, I think they said it went 7 weeks straight without not even one homicide, like zero homicides in a 7 week period of time. It's like that's almost a record for Miami, you know. And everywhere, nobody's out, All the cities, everybody's quarantined. Um, well, the average person is trying to quarantine, so the streets is real quiet. So it's kind of amazing that Chicago do have any kind of junk like that going on. You still got people going out, shooting, killing, and wilding out while the quarantine's going on. It's like, yo, that's weird, and that's the only city like that. That's why people be having those conspiracy theories, like, yo, is it something they putting in the water? Some kind of chemtrails that's being sprayed up in the air? What's going on? Because stuff like that is just not making sense. It's like it's got to be something else to it. But yeah, man. But that's the that's the only city that's messed up like that, where it actually has murder rate that's actually still going up, even though everybody else is in quarantine. I guess it's just some guy saying, I'm not gonna let a quarantine stop me from going out and catching bodies. I don't know. It makes no sense, man. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. And let's see, what was another top news article? Oh yeah, the draft, the NFL draft, man. It's beautiful. I mean, all these guys becoming instant millionaires. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Of course, this year for the NFL draft, everybody's still doing the social distancing, so it wasn't no doing a big celebration where it's a lot of people sitting at tables and all that type of stuff. They had to do the phone calls and stuff like that. Um, just the way we did it way back 30 years ago, where people get calls at home. Because back then it wasn't the technology that we got now. So people be at home waiting on the phone call. They tear up like, oh, so happy and crying, and they're like, all my hard work finally paid off. Yo, a million that. As soon as they get that phone call, they already know, hey, they're a millionaire right there. All right, now it's time to get into this cat right here, Young Chop. Let's talk about Young Chop here. All right, then. So we'll get into the news article of this man here, Young Chop. It says a music producer who has worked with rappers like Chief Keef, Gucci Mane, and Ray Sherman was arrested last week in Gwinnett County after being accused of violating his probation, authorities said. Young Chop was arrested last Thursday by Gwinnett deputies on 2 counts of probation violation, according to the county solicitor general. It was his third arrest since February and his second this month. Wow. It was his third arrest since February and his second arrest this month. Man, yo, that's not good. Yo, slow down, dude. Yo, because you keep getting charged and stuff on you, and then it just make it rougher and rougher till you end up taking that big long ride. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yo, well, we got this and that on them, and man, yeah, it just makes it rough, man. Yeah. Gwinnett County, that's over there by Atlanta, Georgia. His earliest arrest was February 26th on an aggravated animal cruelty charge after a dog was starved to death in December, according to Gwinnett County court records. No other information on that pending felony charge was immediately available. Oh man, he caught a felony charge for that one. Dang it. The 26-year-old producer is originally from Chicago, but now lives in Peachtree Corners. A string of recent arguments with other rappers, namely 21 Savage, led to his most recent legal troubles. Oh, yeah, I didn't know he's beefing with 21 Savage. But he's kind of beefing with a lot of cats. I mean, he's been trolling hard on the internet lately. But a lot of cats be doing that, to boost their sales, get their name out there. As long as you beefing with a lot of people, you get you get that free publicity of a lot of people saying your name. So, I mean, I think 50 Cent kind of started that off, the whole trolling other rappers and stuff like that to get your name out there and get that free publicity, because you get a bigger name to say your name, and then boom, And now everybody's like, yo, let me go see who this cat is. I'm gonna check him out, see what the fuss about or whatnot. So it kind of goes like that. Okay, but more we'll get more into that later. Let's get back to the news article. On April 6th, he took on Uber to the Quick Mart on Martin Luther by telling the driver to take him to a nearby apartment complex, according to a Gwinnett police incident report. The apartment complex, which the Uber driver did not know the name of, appears to be the Allen Hills Apartments, where the rap star 21 Savage reportedly used to live. Ooh. The two were in a social media feud, and he had been searching for 21 Savage, according to an Instagram live video. Man. That don't sound good. While at the complex, he briefly got out of the Uber and got into an argument with another man, the report said. During that argument, he brandished a gun. And so, yeah, they catch him with the gun. They give him gun charges. Oh, man. After he got back into the car, the driver began to take him home. However, the Uber vehicle was shot at as they left. Damn. It was hit at least 4 times, but no one was injured. Oh, that's not good. The shooter sped off after the incident, and then he told the Uber driver to chase after them. The Uber driver refused and instead drove him home. Yeah, the Uber driver was like, yo, that's not my fight. That's up to you, my dude. I ain't getting into that. My name's Saul. That's between y'all. Man, I'm about to chase after nobody that's damn shooting and doing drive-bys. Y'all wilding out, man. Then he told the driver to not call the police and offered to pay for the damages to the car. While police were investigating, a detective received an email that contained the video of him firing a gun in his neighborhood 2 nights before. According to the report, the video was obtained where it has a mess. The video had 400,000 views. Him shooting up the neighborhood. Oh man, this dude a real living like menace to society. What the heck? Come on, man. Let's see. His next door neighbor is 77 years old, and he think he's heard gunshots on several occasions. 4 other women called with concerns, to which led to the office taking action. The video led to him being arrested April 7 on a reckless conduct charge, along with 3 driving citations. And he said that he fired a warning shot because some vehicles were trying to come up his driveway. The report said he bonded out of jail, but was arrested again last Thursday on a probation violation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you get in the system like that, man, it's it's basically a wrap. You keep going back and then boom, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, every time you turn around, it'll be another court appearance he has to do and stuff like that, and you know, you constantly trying not to violate your probation, and oh man. But it seems like all the real king trolls always get locked up. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine is a real big troll, always beefing with each other and being an internet troll and beefing with rappers all the time. Boom, they saying he's locked up. Kodak Black, same thing, locked up. This cat right here, he started getting his trolling game on real good. Dang, only if he could have left it there, man. And the gunplay is always bad. Cause especially if they could catch the person on gun charges, man, it'd be messed up. But once you keep going back and forth like that, man, that's crazy. You can end up sooner or later they're gonna set some real years to it. All right, well, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna get into the story with the game, cause he's back in the news right now. Yeah, I'm seeing this story on Complex. It says the Game's Born to Rap royalties and his record label was seized to pay $7 million to his accuser. And it was about a sexual assault, which he says didn't even happen. And but we'll get more into the story in a minute. The Game's sexual assault accuser has scored a huge legal victory. Game's independent record label, Prolific Records, as well as royalties from his latest album, Born to Rap. This means that This means Rainey now has full control over any salary the game was receiving through his imprint, which was launched in fall 2019. Yeah. So uh, they also said that they got awarded because he didn't that he failed to show up in court and stuff like that. And I know that he also did some videos back when he was still arguing with her, and he'll be saying stuff like, "Yo, she's not getting a penny from me" and stuff like that. So I think a lot of that had to do with it too. Um, I think, well, I don't just think. I mean, I know that that's like, yeah, that's kind of a real rough judgment. I mean, yeah, being that the whole case went on for 6 years. I mean, she could have, within that time, opened up her own record label and been doing her own thing. It's like, nah, I just take his. But the reason why I say that is because I seen it at the beginning because it all started from a show that they was doing, just like the show Bachelorette or Bachelor, or either Flavor of Love, a show like that where you have one guy and then all the females be arguing with each other and fighting over the guy and trying to be the one to get picked and stuff like that. And they, just like, and you got different versions of it because, you also got the Bachelorette where it'll be a bunch of guys that's trying to be the one that get picked by the woman, you know what I'm saying? And in this case, she was one of the women on the show, and of course she didn't end up getting picked, and you know, it, it started small from that and worked up to where it was like, it was just little stuff that she said that I was like, oh, that's kind of odd, because she's like, she never was really into him and stuff like that. So why would you go on the game show and be competing against other women trying to get picked by him? I mean, stuff like that is like, yeah, you wouldn't even wasted your time out. And so, well, first I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get back into the story. And okay, a judge granted a motion that will allow her to collect any money the game has coming in. So that man can't make a penny of his own money. If he does a show, the money goes straight to her. If he make another rap song, the money goes straight to her. The game's manager, Whack 100, responded to the news on Instagram with an interesting claim. Last time I checked, Whack 100 owned all royalties to Born to Rap, and I don't owe a dime, he wrote. He said, who knows, maybe I might lose it in a dice game one day. But as of right now, today, it'll be right here in my little old portfolio. Man, this is rough, man. That's crazy. Yeah, and it says it was sued for an alleged sexual assault that took place while filming She's Got Game, a VH1 reality show starring the gang. And see, that's what I'm saying. So she went on a show called She's Got Game. She was competing against the other females to try to get picked by him, and he ended up not picking her. And then after that, that's when all this stuff started happening. So just by that right there, I'm like, I don't know, because that could be, somebody saying, "Oh, you're not gonna pick me, or I show you," type deal. That's not. I mean, because when she's like, she never was into him in the first place. Well, you wouldn't have took your time out and signed up for the show and be fighting and struggling against the other females trying to get picked by him if he wasn't into him. I like the whole thing, man. That was just weird. But for her to get everything, that's like, yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody would think that's right there. I mean, if it was something reasonable, yeah, but man, that's well. Let's see. The plaintiff claimed she had agreed to go on a date with the rapper, believing he would be on camera. However, when she met the rapper at a Chicago restaurant, there was no production crew. And the lawsuit alleged the game showed up on the date highly intoxicated on alcohol and drugs, which was typical, and sexually assaulted her on several occasions that night. This included him forcefully reaching his hand inside her dress. So since he didn't appear in court, she was granted the $7 million. Um, as as well, and he need to get some way better lawyers than that, man. That's ridiculous because he got money, so I mean he can afford to get some top notch lawyers. So all that shouldn't have been popping off in the first place. He should have been like, yeah, I'm gonna get my lawyers on this, and yeah, I'm gonna beat this case, and boom, you know what I'm saying? And some dudes, they hate uh, going to court and doing the whole lawyer thing and stuff like that. He probably feel like he's more of a street dude, and he don't want to be depending on the court system and going back and forth. But hey, sometimes you gotta get your pride out the way and do it how you got to do it. Especially, I mean, as you see, they can use the court system. Be like, yo, I'll take your whole check. I'll take your name away from you. You can't even use your own name. Your record label, yo, that's mine now. Any songs you writing, those are now my songs. I mean, that's good, yo. They get just straight. You're like, I own you now, type deal, man. And just because it's legal, don't make it right, man. That's kind of rough. And and the whole thing is like it wasn't no film crew at this certain date. They usually had a film crew around them because it's a game show or whatever. So, but it end up so that's how it end up being her word against his word. Now, when you look at the fact that he picked somebody else and he didn't pick her, and she could have felt bitter about that. You know what I'm saying? That comes into play. So if he would have picked her, okay, everything would have been just fine, and you would have never heard nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, 'Cause when I look at her saying that's why it's such a big thing to me about her saying, "Oh, well, I never liked him anyway. I wasn't into him and stuff." Oh, but yet you over here fighting these women, trying to be the one that get picked by them, but you didn't like him. So you're not truthful about that part, then what else might be fabricated? You know what I'm saying? So, and I think Game was just like, he's one of those cats that's like, yo, I don't do the whole court thing like that, but man, that's messed up. He definitely should have lawyered up. And yeah, so uh I don't know what all, because I know it was some kind of appeal, and that appeal got denied. So that part was kind of messed up too. And let's see, and it says he addressed his legal battle during a appearance on a talk show, and he called her a liar. So we already know that he said that it never happened, and she was lying on him and stuff. So that's no surprise. He been saying that, and there was no camera or nothing recording it. So it's basically he said, she said, and let's say he said that she's making up a story. It's definitely crazy. And he said he had a dentist appointment, so he missed the court. And then the judge gave her the $7 million. Mm. Yeah, but see, even if but with a dentist appointment and missing the court, that's the thing. If you lawyer it up right, the lawyer's still gonna be there representing for you, even though you couldn't make it. You still have um I don't know how that went down, but you still have representation there, and there's a lot of people for whatever reason might miss a court case, but their lawyers is there taking care of business though. And he supposed to have those top notch lawyers because he got that long money. So dang it, man. Only if he would have took it way more serious. I think he just didn't see it going like that. He didn't think it'd be that serious in court like that. But I think nobody saw that coming. 7 million and his record label and any music that he ever do, and what? He's basically in servitude to her right now. That's is, yo, that is crazy, man. Okay, let's see. Let's see what our other news stories we got going on. So yeah, well, I just have to say, I like the Game music. I think he's a real talented artist, and I hope you know everything work out that he get some so the situation get figured out. We get lawyered up with the right lawyers, get the situation corrected. All right, now going to the next news story. Yeah, right now it's a French aircraft carrier that's in the news because they got a bunch of virus cases on there. I think they said it's like 900 people with confirmed to have coronavirus on there, and that's a French ship. Everybody should remember we had the same thing with one of our U.S. ships, the USS Roosevelt, and the captain of the Roosevelt actually had got fired. Trying to save people lives. Like, this not wartime. My people shouldn't be dying. We about to come into the dock. They was going to lead him out there, and he's like, nah, this ain't about to happen. So he was fearing for the safety of his people's life. Trying to do the right thing, and just so that we later find out that he had once he finally got off the ship and had got fired. Whenever he went to go get tested, then he had coronavirus itself, and of course 150 people from the ship had it. One unfortunately ended up dying, and a lot of people's mad that he got fired, which they should be, because getting fired for trying to save people's lives, that's kind of that's not too cool, man. That's not a good look. So, but he's back in the news right now because they're talking about giving him back his job, and I'm hoping that happens. That they'll make that correction and go ahead and give that man back his job because he got fired for trying to do the right thing and save lives. So that would be great. And see what else we got in the news. Yeah, it's talking about it had one news story talking about the online courses and how a lot of the students was they supposed to be doing a online courses and not doing them. Bad kids. Yeah, I think it would be a lot easier. You already at home, you kind of relax. But I guess it also depends on how their household is structured or whatever. But yeah, or a kid might say they online doing their schoolwork and they actually playing video games or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. Um, and let's see here what else we got. Um, yeah, it's a news article I remember seeing earlier about about Trump and the mail carriers, and he was like, if the mail carriers don't don't charge more to deliver, then he's not gonna sign a bill which goes to the mail carriers and for their money, and they're saying that they should be charging more money. But the experts are saying that, well, who you think's really going to be paying that cost? It's going to be the people that's ordering stuff. The regular everyday common Joe. You're going to be paying more money to get your packages, and like right now, there's a lot of people out of work. The economy's not looking good. Nobody has the extra money to be paying extra money for their packages when nobody asked for quarantine. To get your stuff, you got to get it mailed. You know what I'm saying? If you're really quarantining and you're not going out. So now you're going to pay more money to do this? Yeah. That's kind of weird then. So, yeah. Man, I'm not trying to be critical on that one, but it's just like, everybody can get one wrong, and hey, I just think that's wrong. That it's not the time to start hiking up prices when the economy's in recession. Start hiking up prices like people can actually afford it. You hack up prices when there's enough of money to go around, and people just balling out and got money like that. Oh yeah, they can afford higher prices. But when everybody's losing their jobs and laid off because of recession that they had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? The average Joe didn't start the virus. He didn't ask for it. He shouldn't get punished by prices going up. Well, he don't even have a job anymore. Yeah, so seems like the prices should be talking about lowering prices, not raising prices right now. That's all. I mean, just throwing that idea out there. Yeah, man, I'll be so happy when this whole thing is over, man. Uh, I get tired of, wearing a face mask and a handkerchief around the mouth, the rubber gloves, just like Denzel in that Book of Eli movie. Yeah, this is not right, man. I'm kind of getting tired of that junk, man. Yeah, I always like to park off by myself. Like if it's a big warehouse or something like that, and I go to take my breaks and stuff like that, just park far from everybody, for the noise. You got to hear the noise from the other trucks. A lot of people don't like turning trucks off, but now it's like, I try to, just to be separate and not close by other people, period. So, yeah, man. But anyway, so like I say, just like everybody else, man, I'll be so happy when this mess is over with. So, being that George is doing the whole guinea pig thing right now and trying to show us whether where it's going to work as far as getting everything back popping right now, or whether we need to give it a little bit more time, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see that in the following days. So that'll be coming up. And like I say, with the weather getting warmer, I'm really hoping that's going to affect it, because every place is getting warmer. You don't have to worry about a cold being mixed with the virus or whatever. The whole pneumonia and flu and all that being mixed with the virus. Yeah, so, man. And I just been having some long days with this right here, man. So it'd be nice to go and sit down at a restaurant again and eat. Because I know those restaurants got hit hard, man. I mean, me myself, I just cook my stuff in the microwave. I got a microwave in the truck. I ain't got to worry about going behind nobody else, touching what nobody else touched. I ain't got to worry about who's touching my food. That's the thing about traveling around, man. If you're always somewhere different, you don't know those people like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want just some random stranger touching your food and you don't know them like that, just because they not looking like they got a fever and sweating and shivering and stuff, they could just be a carrier. They could just be be a person that's not showing any signs at the time. That don't mean they ain't got it. So nah, man. I just been microwaving my food. I buy those bags of rice that you could boil, a bag of rice, canned goods, stuff like that. But it would be nice when all is over to be able to sit down at a restaurant again and just chill and relax. uh, Yeah, the small things, man. You miss the little small things in life. And then be able to talk about all types of other different news instead of every day. It's like, oh, what's going on in the news today? Oh, yeah, coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? like, hey, we need some more topics, man. And I killed this topic, man. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna be signing off in a minute. And, yeah, my day was a little bit longer today. I ended up doing this recording twice. First time they had I don't know, they had something set up right or something, man. But anyway, you're not gonna hear me boo-hooing about nothing. Yeah, so it's been good, talking with y'all again. And I hope it's been entertaining. Maybe you learned something, about some news article you didn't hear about or whatnot. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Again, I'm also on Facebook too. You can just search under Rod D of Orange Ninja News on Facebook, and I pop right up. You see me, and boom, you can follow, send a friend request or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my page rocking. I need to friend some more people on there. Yeah. So I ain't have that page long. So yeah, it's growing though. But yeah, I ain't had that page too long. And yeah, but tomorrow it's a whole nother day. More news stories. I get up, knock out that 9 to 5, get some of these loads delivered, get on down the street and down the road. And I hope your days go good. Yeah, I just hope you have a good, successful day yourself. Whether you're locked down in quarantine or you're an essential worker out here trying to get it in. But like I usually say about this time, y'all be blessed and peace.